Thank you so much. Bonnie, thank you for joining. Um, we had to record it to help others that are not here, or maybe you didn't manage to talk, or you didn't have the chance. You can watch it later. Does it make sense, Bonnie? Um, sorry, Catherine, you were going to talk.
Okay, so I was asking, IELTS exams, are they needed? Like IELTS, English proficiency exam, which is, for example, the IELTS, SOFIUL, OET, is it needed?
It's very important when you are living in Nigeria or anywhere in Africa to come to the UK to do your English proficiency, right? As well as your skills-based qualification. So now, the advantage of doing program with OFC training college, right? You are studying with English already. Does it make sense? You've been assessed through our own program. So obviously, you will not have to do that, English proficiency. However, if you go through your OSCE and your CBT, the NMC or Royal College of Nursing, because we're going to register you with Royal College of Nursing free, right? So Royal College of Nursing will do a recommendation through us. Does it make sense? So we will just write a recommendation that your program was studied in English with us.
Okay.
Then that covers your English proficiency.
Sorry.
But majority of people think, oh, I don't have to do CBT, as you said, thinking you don't have to. No, you have to do CBT, OSCE. The advantage of doing the program with us again, that's going to be free as well. CBT is free. OSCE exams is also free.
Okay.
But for those who have done CBT before, I'll say congratulations. I will advise if everyone can do everything between 2-3 months, then that helps a lot. Obviously, when you register, you're going to get lots of materials. We also partner with another program college in Nigeria as well Ghana. So that gives you a chance if you want to visit them. We have one in Abuja. So for those who is in that community, you can get every training you want from them. They even have like a WhatsApp training that can support those who don't have time, they want to study later. So those program is very straightforward. But if you have to register through them, they're going to charge you, I think, 1,500. That's what they will charge you. But we charge 500, but I don't know. It's their choice because they partner with UK College, right? So they have to take whatever their commission on whatever. That's what they do. But they are legit. Anyway, they are legit. Yeah, but you have to pay your CBT with them. You have to pay your, what is it called? OSCE with them. But if you tell them that you want to go and do it in the UK, you want to call it, they will say, okay, go there. Then they will now point you to us. That's
okay.
Whereas if you're in Nigeria, they end up getting those things from you. Then you still have to process again. We don't have to give you a visa processing team. They have everything. So, but we have our own visa processing team. And yes, Bonnie, the session is recorded, and I'm going to share it with everyone to help others that are not here. Catherine, do you want to let other person talk so that you can also interact or whatever?
Yep, sir. No problem, sir.
Just for us to know who is here at the moment. Ibe, you okay? You've been struggling to get in.
I'm okay, sir. I can hear you, sir.
All right. Ibe Judith. Ibe is your surname. Is Ibe surname?
Ibe is my surname.
All right. Because I have one best friend called Ibe as surname. So, all right. So, thank you so much. Any question? Have you registered? Ibe, have you registered? Oh, I think network again. But Bonnie, do you want to talk? Have you registered, Bonnie? Oh, network. I think if you
Maybe
can,
the network is bad.
yeah, you
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now, but anyone can also type question. That helps make it quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
thank
you
you
now,
very much.
Tony.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you very much for this section, for this opportunity to ask questions. I've gone through the PDF.
Okay.
I just want to confirm, how long is the program? The entire of the program, how long is it, and what are the how is it being run?
Okay.
Kind of.
Now it's run. First, it's the registration that matters to us. If you register, give us power to do more for you. Once you register, then once we approve it, we ask you to make your fee payment, which is £500. So now it takes 2 to 6 weeks, right? 2 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Depends on you. Obviously, an individual has different needs and different capacity when it comes to education. So now some people have done their CBT. They might not be having the same level with someone who hasn't done their CBT. Why some doesn't need CBT, they doesn't need OSCE. They say, okay, I want to just do support work. I'm fed up. You understand? I don't have £4,000. So you cannot compare them the same. So that takes like 4 weeks for you to do all the training, right? For you to do all the training that you will still be trained to have nursing skill, right? But you will not be on the same level with someone who already a nurse outside that wants to go and do OSCE and a CBT. So now, to train or to go through the assignment or the practical section, it takes 4 to 6 weeks, right? So we kind of think 2 months or 3 months. That is
okay.
why.
For instance, in my case, let's use my own scenario to explain. Sorry.
Yeah.
My wife is a nurse here in the country, in Nigeria. She's a registered nurse and midwife. So in her situation, how can she be able to benefit from this? She hasn't done any of the CBT. She hasn't done any of the CBT or OSCE before. No, she hasn't done that.
Okay.
But she wants to work in the UK as a nurse.
Okay. Now, to work in the UK, like that brochure, that PDF, to work in the UK, you must be a registered nurse with the NMC. So now, if she's a registered nurse in Nigeria, she just need to go straight to doing CBT and OSCE exam.
Okay, with you.
Not with us, but if she's with us, we will register her to do it free.
Okay.
In the UK, right?
Okay.
Because we have about 6 or 7 centers in the UK that you can do OSCE and CBT. Some of the CBT is online, like OBG and other. So, however, when she's in the UK, we are kind of referencing her, and at the same time, we can also give her transport to the center, or depends on where accommodation will be. She might not be able to get on transport to the center that they are doing it. So if she register £500 now, it covers all those registration when it comes to visa processing in Nigeria. We give it visa processing, but they're going to charge you. I don't know. We expect them to charge you more than 300,000 naira in Nigeria. So, another thing, if she's a registered nurse, she doesn't have to bother too much. All she needs to just do is to pay attention to the practical section of training with us. Then that's what she needs in terms of passing the CBT and the OSCE exam in the UK. Majority of people can also do it in Nigeria, like some have done their CBT in Nigeria, right?
Yes, I understand, yes.
But the advantage of why we are taking it, because we don't usually do this before. We usually start taking OSCE and nurse practice because we had issue with referencing from Nigeria. So these things from Nigeria are doing it through the back door. So, and they are not competent when they are studying here. So if you come to UK under OSA First Care, you are not questioned as someone who is in Nigeria. Does it make sense?
Okay. Yes, I understand. Yes.
You are questioned as someone who is in the UK. So, and at the same time, I don't expect them to ask you for English proficiency because you are already with us. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
They ask you, we are English teaching school, so we don't. Does it answer your question? I know some people like you now, you are here. Let me say that I'm just a man like you, right? Some people have some questions they don't ask. I don't want my wife to go with on her own. I don't want her to leave the children. I don't, those kind of questions. Some men does that. You might not be doing it. I will say you have to register on your own. I will advise you to do the support worker route, right? So, but it's still going to take 4 weeks for you to finish the program. 4 weeks, because we could teach you something like able to take blood, phlebotomy. We teach you ANTT practice. We also teach you clinical practice like news and therapeutic observation, right? Those are the skills you need to work in, like A&E as a support work or to work in mental health. So now, that gives you an advantage as well. So people like you might be the one that are also looking at COS direct rather than you're talking about nursing. Whereas someone who is a registered nurse, if they can pass their OSCE and CBT, right? They have double advantage. Instead of them crying for COS, organization is going to be begging them to come and work. Does it make sense?
Okay, I understand. Yes, I understand.
So how's it different?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And another thing is that some people might be saying, I want to bring my family with me. If that question individual is asking, I will say we don't have yes or no answer to that. Your visa processing team can give you a better answer because they have up-to-date immigration policies. And they can also advise you how to fill your application form, whereby if you are the kind of person that is single, you don't have someone to look after your children, then that makes sense for them to say, okay, let's look for option for you. I know a lot of people still come here now under COS with family, but if you go to our website or immigration where it said no family, does it make sense? But visa processing team, they know better. Yeah, but our visa processing team cannot charge you extra money for that. We don't expect it. They don't do that. So the money is more than 300,000. We are responsible for it because the money you are paying, that £4,000 she's paying, she's entitled to lots of things underneath, even CV update, job search, and like COS, as I said, if it comes out, they are the first people to get the COS because they are coming for nursing.
Okay. So it's still in the case of my wife, if she comes and after the CBT and OSCE, training, which you said is about between 2 to 6 months, 6 weeks with you in UK.
Let's say 2 months. Let's say 2 months.
Okay. After that,
or your visa is usually 6 months. They give your visa 6 months or 1 year.
Okay. So after the OSCE and the CBT examinations, she can, within the 6 months visa, she can now get a COS based job, right?
It might be COS from us, or they will get COS from the organization she need to work with as a nurse.
Okay.
Yeah. It's our choice.
I have a question too.
Yeah. Sorry, Bunny. You said what?
Okay. So which the 4,000 covers, right?
The 4,000 doesn't cover COS. It's only cover, say for example, I think I was talking to Catherine about that. Say for example, some people fed up, they can't read anymore. Because UK right now, people are facing stress. They come to UK under COS, but they can't get job. So now, some agency doesn't want to give COS anymore, but they have it, but they're not giving it out. So if you register with us now £500, and we find that they are COS ready, we just come to you. Do you want to take this option? Then if you say yes, we will ask you to pay through us and give to the agent.
Okay.
We don't want you to pay direct to the agent in terms of refund. We want
Okay.
you to
Okay.
pay through us to the agent, because in UK, care homes and those who are helping people to get jobs, they do not have the right to collect money for job anymore.
Okay.
Because we are a college, you are doing program with us. It's our policy to ask you to pay, because we provide work-based support. Does it make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Okay,
Does
so
it
can I
answer
ask
your
a
question?
question?
Yeah, carefully.
Okay.
I like
Thank
the
you.
fact that you told us specific period the visa is going to last.
All right.
Because I really needed to know that part. The specific, because we've been hearing visa processing, and we don't really know the actual time.
Yes, let me explain that part clearly. Now, when we come, I have a student right now who come to UK. He played a trick by coming to UK that he wants to study in a university. Luckily for visa processing,
23.
they did everything legit perfectly for him, right? But by the time he gets to UK, he now went straight to go and be doing pay in hand job, right? He did not attend university. Then the university now struck him off. They asked him that he should start in the next section. The problem now is embassy had to take you off that visa, right? So this student came to us. They will now explain. The visa they gave you before was CAS visa, right? CAS visa. And that visa permits you to work, do anything you want to do, study, party, just play around, right? But he wasn't taking advantage of that. When he came to us, when I said, we only offer standard visa or work-based visa. That is what we offer. You understand? So our college is based on standard visa or work-based visa. So majority of standard visa are between, either if your training is a week, right? They give you 90 days. Does it make sense? They give you 90 days. So if your training is 6 months, right? They give you 1 year or 6 months. So if your training is 2 months, they give you 6 months or 1 year. So now you have choice, and in NECA, you have choice to take your video off.
Okay.
It's recorded, please. Sorry. Yeah. I'm proud of being everywhere. So, yeah, so that standard visa is between 6 months to 1 year. However, before they can give you that 1 year, maybe they just see that you have been good, they look at your history, there's no negativity on it. However, we expect you to have 6 months visa. Does it make sense, Catherine?
Yes, it does. It does. Now I understand that we just have 6 months to do our OFC at CBT, which is actually nice. Nice.
I think 3 months we finish it anyway. The advantage of doing it, why me I like it. If you ask me as an individual, why do I like this program? Because there are lots of people right now, there are lots of people right now who are facing stress in the UK, depression. Because they came to UK, they pay some 10,000, 20,000 pounds for COS. They don't have job, right? Then, if we are giving you a straightforward standard option like this, and COS comes out, then we will say, go for it. Does it make sense? So we also have 3 or 4 champion community of solicitors. I'm doing it because of the kind of profession I have. I don't want to do things that I put people in unnecessary condition, because I will get into trouble. Does it make sense? So
yes, sir.
You have solicitor you can speak to, like that guy was saying. He came to UK under CAS visa. He was doing pay hand job. He didn't attend school. Then when they now tell him, no, you can start again because you missed many classes. Start next year. But you have to finish your fee. They request him to pay his school fees because he didn't stop school on time. He was crying. They did not refer him to us. We offer him our program, but the solicitor is saying you need CAS program before you can stay here because you came in with CAS. Otherwise, you're going to go back. Or look for girlfriend that you can negotiate with, you start life with. You know what I mean? However,
yes.
it's too late for him because CAS visa is better than standard visa. Then people doesn't understand what kind of visa they need, right? You don't read it. You need to read what is this visa for. Like the PDF now, I will employ everyone like, please go and study all the information. Some of the questions we are asking here is already on that PDF. And I'll be happy if you ask questions outside the PDF Q&A.
Yes, I have a question outside the PDF for a very, very important question, sir, please. Now, I want to ask, kindly clarify me because I bet most of us that are here, we've not done anything concerning this particular kind of program that just came up. So, in essence, do we need proof of fund?
Sorry, I'm just writing it down.
No
I'll say yes and no. So now the program involves free accommodation, right? Involve free OSCE, involve free CBT exams, right? So you don't need that money anymore once you pay your fee. However, if you have not been a nurse in Nigeria, you have not been working in Nigeria, and you want to do this program, the embassy want to find out where did you get that money from, right?
Yeah.
They want to also find out if you've been working, where is the bank account they be paying you this money? I will ask you that question because I want to know you. I don't want you to, I don't know how to say it. I want to trust you. It's not that it's relevant because you're already getting free accommodation. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
But I still want to know you because many people can go through the border. We are talking about immigration control, right?
Yes.
And when we are talking about you know quite very well if you're a registered nurse in Nigeria, you know when we talk about safeguarding, right?
Yes.
Although the Nigerian law might not take it serious, but UK take it very serious. Safeguarding is not only for those who are in care, right? We are calling it health and safety of everyone in the country. So if you are crossing the border, they want to find out. They want to also find out about maybe your security reports, police check.
Police, that is another question, sir.
Yeah. Don't have problem with that. We do you free DBS when you get to the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to do from Nigeria to that side.
If you do from Nigeria, it might not be relevant to us because we are still going to do our own.
Okay.
Yeah, we are still going to do our own. The only difference we will ask you to put you on updates immediately we finish, so that you can get a job in 24 hours when you apply. Otherwise, those without DBS or security check, it might take 6 months or 6 weeks. So now, can I explain properly what the program is about to update in NECA? I hope I pronounce it very well because I stay like almost 6 years in Onisha. So
NECA.
Yeah, NECA. All right. NECA, we hear based on nursing and OSCE program in the UK by OFC Training College to support you to come and do this training free in the UK. Now, a lot of people have been asking questions if they have done CBT, do they have to do CBT again? We said no. If you haven't done it, you can do it free. But if you have done it, it's an advantage for you to focus on your OSCE training. Why some people are just here because they have a partner or family member who is a registered nurse. They're also asking if family can come. I was the one that boldly said that. I say, no, you can't come with your family when it comes to this program because only you are going to be in the class. However, visa processing team have good answers to you bringing your family. Now, if you are here, you don't want to be a nurse, you are not a nurse, It's an advantage for you to just register. Don't worry. The moment you register, we already know your roots. If we have free COS, obviously you're still going to get the same invitation to come to UK to come and finish the program. But your program will, your route will not be more than 3-4 weeks to finish it, because you have 2 practical in those 3-4 weeks. You have theory in 2 weeks. So your practical involve those news observation. If you don't understand what news, please ask me. News observation, clinical practice, medication awareness, not management, just medication awareness, kind of you knowing what side effects are. And when you are observing patient, how to report to the nurse when patient is this or that. Those are the basic things we want you to understand. And at the same time, if you are going to work as a community support worker, lone work, we tell you something about lone work. Also, when it comes to taking patient blood, because one of the way, the group that are teaching that, they are qualified assessor. So now, if you are trained in the UK under that platform, you can have a license automatically to practice as a phlebotomist, which helps anyway. Majority of nurses in the UK, is only 1 in 5 nurses that can actually take blood or allowed to do it. In some hospitals, they have band 2, band 4 who are doing that on their own. So you can also apply to support work or clinical practice in A&E, MAU, or community in clinic, even GP practice with the doctor. So that's the advantage of the program, really. And generally, it's program that we tend to increase the price, depends on how many people we get this year. Because we already have one partner in Nigeria now. I think they saw it on our website, so they now apply to be a partner so that they can help some more nurses in Nigeria to come and do their CBT and OSCE in the UK. So they have increased their price to 1,500. We are only requesting 500. So that 500 registration involves us talking to you now, help us to be questioning your visa processing team, help us to, the money you want to pay them, when you pay, who will pay them the money direct. Help us to look for COS, legit COS. Rather than you paying them, we will pay them the money for you. You will pay us, because we don't want third-party conversation, really. Because my face is in the screen. I want direct with you, direct with them. So I will be your problem, they will be my problem. That's the way we do our thing in OFC Training College. We are a registered company in the UK and in Nigeria and in Ghana. So with different individuals anyway, but in the UK, different individuals. But it's just that they are working together to provide the same website policy and procedure. If you check our website, all of them are operating on the same website globally. Any other question, Neka? I think Catherine still want to talk. Neka, you want to talk?
I want to talk. Oh.
I think Neka, I don't know if Neka want to ask more questions.
Okay.
Yes. I'd like to ask about IELTS. Is it required for this program?
Okay, I think you were not here when Catherine asked that. Please, can everybody watch this video again? I will share it around so that everybody can have access to it. It's very important that you have English proficiency, CBT, and OSCE proficiency if you want to be a registered nurse in the UK. But if you are in the UK studying with UK college or training center like us, you don't need that proficiency. You are studying English with us. We need to only approve or do a recommendation that you have studied in English with us. Does it make sense?
Okay, for how long is the program for someone to get kind of clearance from you as per English proficiency? For how long is the person meant to do the course with you?
It doesn't matter how long, as long as you study our course in English. Depends on the course you study. Like this program now, it takes between 4 to 6 weeks or 2 to 6 months. So depends on your own routes you are following. Say, for example, someone who's going to do CBT, OSCE, and do some clinical practice training. it might take you 2 months to 3 months. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
That is if you want to be a registered nurse in the UK. If you want to be a registered nurse.
Okay, outside registered nurse, which other occupation or?
Obviously, we are health and social care support organization. We expect to be support worker, healthcare assistant from band 2, band 3 to band 4. Nurse are from band 5, band 6. So we support people to come and work in the UK. We have been providing work base for over 5 years. So we also have an advantage of having COS partnership. So if you, once your registration involve COS partnership anyway, that we can refer you to COS agent if you don't want to be a nurse. But if you want to be a nurse, but it's an advantage, it's kind of double advantage really, is that you finish your nurse practice. I would like to finish nurse practice. If you're in the UK, you are a registered nurse, you kind of have advantage to go on holiday any 36 country and work without studying anything again. So, but if you were in Nigeria now, you are a nurse, you still have to come to UK to study, which doesn't really make sense to me. So that's the advantage of studying in the UK to be a nurse. Some people who don't want to go through all this route, they can go direct to university. We can also support you if you have qualification in Nigeria, like BSc or whatever. We can support you to go and do masters in nursing in the university, which can go. It doesn't matter what background you have, provided you do our awareness program. Most of our awareness is CPD accredited, that you can get up to 120 credits from our program, which qualifies you to finish our clinical practice, to have experience in what care is about, really. As if I talk to you for 30 minutes, you know what care is about, just 30 minutes. To talk of you're going to be with us for 2 weeks or 1 month. So,
okay, thank you for that response. I want to ask another question. What kind of visa is the person going to get if the person registers for this program?
You're going to get training standard visa. Because the program is less than 6 months. So you're more likely to get between 6 months and 1 year visa.
Is it like a visitor's visa or student visa?
No, you can use visitor visa. Standard visa can be visitor, can be training. Standard visa is in all those routes of short-term visa. Does it make sense? So I don't know what they're going to issue on your, they issue it based on what you're going to do. Does it make sense? So some of our own training are work-based. So it allows you to actually do practical work. Does it make sense? So that's why they will not issue you visit. They will not issue visit. They will put work practice. Does it make sense? Work practice permit.
Now, is the person going to pay IHS?
No. The program is £4,000, include free accommodation, free CBT, and free OSCE, right? So you don't need to do, I don't know how to say the English proficiency. You don't have to do that because you are studying with us already.
No, what I mean is health insurance.
Health insurance. I don't know. I think that's visa processing team that will answer that question.
Okay, because if someone moving in and peradventure gets sick, will the person have access to the health care?
In the UK,
yes.
I haven't done, if I tell you, I've never done visa for a very long time. You're saying it now, but I have, I'm not supposed to have it for myself. I have health insurance, but I'm not supposed to have it because I have access to free health care, right? Why I have it so I can get to doctor 24 anytime I need it. More than I won't stay in queue. Does it make sense? So now, you from international, you can speak to your visa processing team. Some people, I think I remember a lady who was telling me that they pay 1,600 for health of charge or something like that. I don't know if that's what you are saying.
Yes, yes, that's for 2 years. If you're running a 2 years program.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but your visa processing team know better because that's part of visa application. Does it make sense?
Okay, the visa advisor, is it coming from your team, or we need to have individual visa advisors?
I will advise you to follow the visa processing team will refer for you. The advantage of that is that we will be able to monitor the amount you are paying. We will be able to monitor your relationship with them. Does it make sense? But if you have your one, it's still allowed. But once you register and you don't want to use our own visa referral, you need to give us the details of the visa agency you are using. Does it make sense? In case if some people can take your money now, you know what I mean? They can do things you are not expecting them to do. We will say, okay, these guys are legit or not. Does it make sense? Say, for example, you register now. If you register, we approve it. We request for payment, right? If there is space, we request for payment. Then we'll send your details to visa processing team, copy you on it. Then they will request for your invitation letter or for your approval letter, right? What they request is what we will offer to you because they already know, talk to you, they speak to you already. They know exactly what you require. Does it make sense? Because your own need is different from eBay, is different from Cafe, is different from Bonnie. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
So some people doesn't really work. They're not really enough. They say they are enough. So the visa processing team will find out from you. They will also come and tell us this person is not, these are what the person needs. Does it make sense? Because if we had to say, okay, just go and do it yourself, and you didn't see someone to, just like you are talking to me about the program now, right? You need to also see someone you can talk to about the process so that we will know what you require. So people doesn't need accommodation really. They doesn't need free accommodation. They have family. They also have maybe other thing they want to do in the UK. Some people are in the UK now. We've had it before. They were just talking to us, but they're in the UK.
Okay, for the accommodation, how long is the accommodation going to be?
The accommodation lies between 3 months, 2 to 3 months.
Within 2 to 3 months?
Yes.
Okay, and after the accommodation, what happens next? After the program, what is the next thing?
The beginning of the accommodation, you will state how long you're going to stay in there because the accommodation contract is different from every other contract, right? You are the one to say how long you're going to stay on it. Some people can be on it while they don't even have visa to be in the country, right? They are processing their immigration, whatever. But the advantage of having that accommodation with us from the beginning is that the embassy don't have to assess you for accommodation. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So because some people don't have enough money, so we tend to find them because you have to write a contract, you need what is it called? Reference and all that. So you don't need that when you do it with us. Does it make sense?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that kind of introduction support for you to get to the UK.
Okay, so after this program and the person secures the job, do you need to go back to Nigeria and reapply to change your visa status? Or is it going to be done straight on while you are in UK?
Wow, I can't answer that question. Some people come to UK, like I have someone right now who didn't attend any program. He just came to UK and hide himself, right? Then when the visa is about to run, he brought her himself because someone told him, you can't get a job with this. And this person was having CAS, cash visa. Does it make sense? You know cash visa, what we call cash visa?
Yeah.
So that's what he was having. He was doing pay-in-hand job for nearly 6-7 months. He didn't attend any training. So individual is based on individual. You know, I'm not immigration advisor. We always refer people to immigration advisor when they get to difficult stage to support them. I won't expect someone who is coming to do a nurse program in the UK, who's a qualified nurse. They have choice to go on holiday anywhere they want to go. But the most important thing, they are more needed because UK is facing high chronic staffing issue. in regard to nursing and healthcare professional, right? So they need you more than you actually need them. But why is it difficult for people from developing world? Because of our government policy in health and social care. So it doesn't promote safety. It doesn't promote human value. Yeah. It doesn't also promote international global data access. So no one is going to be able to access your nursing qualification just the same way you can access UK one. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to come here. You have to do it again. Otherwise, I will expect you to go back home if you are coming here to work as a nurse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you have responded to this, but then I was trying to fix my app regarding the proof of fund thing. Is it required for this program?
I'm not responsible for that. The only thing we need from you is just the fee. That's all we need from you. But the visa processing team will look at your own history and tells you what you can do on how they can support you. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Even if you are experts, right? Even if you are experts, whatever we are doing, three things, let me say three things that you must do, very important. One, always ask question for something that is not your field.
Okay.
Allow experts to do it. Then secondly, always read, right? The information, like our website, and go and read it. Don't go and think of how good we are, think of how bad we are. Try to find out. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Try to ask that question from all those, what they call blueprints. I'm on TikTok. Go and watch my TikTok. I said, don't come to UK with COS anymore in 2025. I have it. I have the video. A lot of people are killing me for it. Why are you saying the secret? So, because they don't give you the blueprint, right? Everybody puts letters in bold, right? The one they need money, but the blueprint is underneath. They're not telling you the consequence. Majority of the UK right now under 0-hour contract. If you're in UK under 0-hour contract, if you work or you didn't work, there is more likely that you're not going to have enough money. Did you see? So you need to know what contract you are on that particular job you are coming to UK to do. Yeah? So the last one is make sure you are very professional. When you are doing your registration, put your real name. Some people will put their nickname because they don't want someone to know their name. Then they will use someone else's to pay the money. They don't want someone else to see their bank details. Then later they want refund. Look, yeah, I don't think, what is it called? Nigerian Crime Commission. I can't remember. There's Nigerian Crime Commission now. They are very good at catching people like that. When you
Is it EFCC, you mean?
EFCC. It's like you are reporting yourself to EFCC. Because you're supposed to say who you are, isn't it? If you want to get refund, that would be straightforward. You can't use someone else to transfer. It's like you are stealing the money. Does it make sense? It's like you are stealing the money.
Okay. Sorry to cut you short. Yeah. How much is this program again?
It's £4,000. The registration is £500.
Okay. Do you have to pay through installments?
It's your choice. What is important for is the registration fee. Okay. So if you calculate, go and do your research. How much is OSCE? How much is CBT, right? And then how much is a week or 1 month accommodation? You will find out that you are not really paying anything. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yes.
So if you start and you say you don't want to do all that, some people are like that. People always pretend. They just want to get to UK. They just want to, we know that. So once you pay your 500, so you don't have to pay the rest to 3,500. You don't have to pay. So that money you pay 500 is for us to be doing this work we are doing for you. So we can see, I forgot to say that you can still get reference from us because we have relationship now. And then by the time you finish your registration, you are not in the, you have professional reference. Does it make sense? So if you're also doing your work practice with us, you also have work reference. Does it make sense? So it goes like that.
Okay. Is it the 500 equivalent you're paying, or you're paying in pounds?
You have choice, whichever you want to pay. And if you check your, what is it called? The brochure, bank account is there. But don't pay into any bank account that is not OSAFES Care Limited. Does it make sense?
Yes. Yeah. So the first part of the payment will be the registration, which is 500.
Just 500. That's all we want from
And then
you.
when next is the person expected to pay?
We don't say that you are the one. After the visa processing team already talk about you, they will talk to us who you are, right? Okay. So we will know if you are Dangote. So if you are Dangote, we expect you to pay double.
So sorry, what did you say again?
I say we would know if you are Dangote in Nigeria.
Oh, Dangote. Okay.
So if you are Dangote, you can pay yourself, pay for someone else. But if you are not, there are ways you can pay your installment. You know what I mean? But what is important for you is the 500. We want to see you in the UK doing the practice so that we can also use you as well for our reference.
Okay, so does it mean 500 will get someone to UK and maybe balance later? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes and no. But 500 pounds is not visa processing. They charge between 150 to 300,000 naira in Nigeria. So you're going to pay that. You also need to pay your visa, I think. You also need to pay your bus to transport to where you want to get on the bus or whatever, isn't it? There are lots of money you're going to spend, isn't it? So we expect you to deal with that.
So in essence, we should keep about 5 million for that particular one, because only the flight fee alone is almost 2 million. Only the flight fee from here to UK is almost 2 million.
All right. I think the visa processing team will work that out for you, because some of them, they have up-to-date finance expectation. I don't know if it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of know how much your visa fee is. If you are a nurse, they already know how much you are making already, isn't it? So they know how much you're supposed to be able to pay. And if you're not a nurse, they know, why are you not being paid in your account? Some people pay into their husband's account. I don't know, it's about culture, I don't know. Yeah. So they will want you to prove that your husband is the one collecting the money. Does it make sense? I think it's 4,000 pounds. So the 500 pounds is for registration fee. Then if you had to balance us, it's 3,500. So you can divide that into two. So what is most important is your visa application. That's what's important to us, because we want to also use you as testimony. When your success is our testimony. Does it make sense? So once we get you as your testimony, then we can get more people done. We also want to increase our partnership with organizations. So they will say, OSAFES, can you give us 5 nurses? Can you give us 10 nurses? That is what we're trying to aim at. And yes, that's what it covers. It covers everything, like OSCE, CBT. So if you are not going for nursing, don't worry about the 3,500. Or if you are the one thinking, oh, I know someone that can help me with COS in the UK, don't think about the 3,500. So that's just basic thing. But me, I don't expect to have that conversation with you. You keep that to yourself. But don't be the one who is at the airport and don't pick our call, don't visit our center. Because when it backfire, you will need us to write reference to write. If we don't know you, and it's difficult for us to give you reference or recommendation. I don't know, Bonnie, did I answer your question correctly?
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. eBay or Catherine, do you want to talk? Is it? I don't know. Was it eBay?
Yes, sir. So please, this is kind of, the question I have is kind of a personal and also an important question for me. It's personal to you, it's important to me, sir. So if you don't mind, can you tell us your success rate on this program?
Wow. I think our success rate has been the root of our development, and then having the chance of more organization want to partner with us. So when we look at our clinical and nursing referral to NHS and local care home, we say 99%, right? So when we look at people from developing world to come and do our program, we say 80%, 80% of that, because we've never really focused on registered nurses in terms of OSCE. So that was our major concern, our major issue. Because some nurses, we ask them to come and do our training, right? They will finish just clinical practice. We never ever encourage OSCE and a CBT. So when they leave us, they're doing OSCE and CBT with another organization. That makes them pay double. It makes them go and apply for visa again. Does it make sense? So we have think that, oh, when we add this OSCE and CBT as our responsibility, then our success rate will increase, because that was our major concern. I don't know if I answer your question. Right.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir. No problem. Thank you very much.
So we want, we are not just, if you look at it now, me, I'm not interested in the money. That's why I like this conversation to come up, to give us more confidence. So, oh, this is the question we can't answer or we cannot afford, to know how we'll get there. Does it make sense? If you look at, I would say registered nurse. In the UK, there's what they call professionalism and trust. I don't know if you have read it. Professionalism and trust. It's not about 100%, it's about what you don't know, how you can ask questions, and how you can update yourself. That is where Osafeske belong to. So we just like, oh, who can help us? Who can we help? How do they feel? How are we going to move on? So that's what we'll be doing. And that is why we always put, like in this approach, we put refund, basis approach, refund. So to help people, because finance is really difficult in our community. I won't lie to you. So now, paying huge sum of money, especially in Nigerian currency. So we expect people to know what they are doing rather than talking about money. And that we actually help our sources anyway. In the past, we don't do refund. We don't listen to people. And that was also affecting us. So now we are listening, we are answering questions. We are even putting question and answer on our brochure to actually help people. Go there, go and see. We said it. Does it make sense? Any other person or who is not convinced?
Yes, sir. Please, one last question, please. Just one more question, please. Okay. Now, you told us earlier that you have 3 locations, one in Nottingham, Brighton, and East Sussex, right?
Yeah.
Can we be able to choose any location we want, or you are the one to place us according to the availability of accommodation at that point?
Anyone under this platform that direct with me have choice of which location, right? Hello?
Okay, sir.
They have choice of which location. But anyone from our partners organization, because some of our partners, they have like 50 or 40 people at a time. So we will put a special location for them, because when we are looking at accommodation now, right, I will expect people to choose area like Nottingham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those areas you have cheap accommodation. I don't know if you are aware.
Yeah. And, I would even prefer the Nottingham.
You're also close to Manchester.
Yeah.
You're also close to Derby. Me, I'm very familiar in that area. I actually did my nursing in Derby University. So I know all those communities very well. And at the same time, the thing about East Sussex is that people who come to East Sussex, they say they are in abroad. I don't know why they always say that. They say they are in abroad. Then when they go down to those, they say, oh, they are still in Nigeria. When they go down to all those Nottingham. That's the thing about East Sussex. But the only difference that I will tell you, if you are the one that want to manage your pocket, there's what they said in our parable, sow your coat according to your size. Don't go to all those areas. You know,
it's expensive.
Yeah, the accommodation is very
okay.
It gives me smile. You know, but me, I live there. But I always advise people, they will be thinking, oh, you are there, why am I not? So, well, everybody, we are different, isn't it? So
yeah,
Nottingham is better for a lot of people. However, if you decide to just be with Brighton, then you have option. Once you finish your program, you move to Nottingham. Or you can stay in Nottingham, you finish your theory online there, then you come to us to do the practical in Brighton. You can actually get support to do those both transports or whatever to do in between, your choice. So if the thing that we want people to do at trading, not just to do it and pass, you also do it to teach or to help others. So that helps you to actually work with us as well. That's another thing. So that instead of one person or three people doing with you in Nigeria, another person can join. Whatever is happening there, you will know because you went through, you know how it works. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other beautiful question? We still have 3 more minutes. So now, we have until, I don't know, I think it's next week. I think on the 15th of this month, the registration is closing. So we'll calculate how many people we have. However, I think this week, a lot of people have registered and their details will be forwarded to visa processing team, or some will receive a request of payment, registration payment. So then from there, we start from there. If you have passed your CBT, I'll say congratulations. However, don't just stop there. In nursing, there's nothing like first class in nursing. It's about continuous professional development. That's what makes you a better nurse. It's not because you take first class at university or your OSCE. I don't know if a nurse here will agree with me or explain better. If I was to be having a nurse from the UK, that would be an advantage, you know, to explain that bit. When we talk about NMC code of conduct, it's not about what you do best today. It's about what people, the service outcome. I don't know, the service outcome, what the patient said, what the patient wants, what you did for the patient that matters. I don't know if Catherine will understand that. So just put that in your head. I'm coming to UK. I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to, how will I say it? I don't want to be the person that tried to use my culture to oppress others in the UK. Then you'll be the best nurse in the whole world. You'll be the best nurse in the whole world. So there's a big difference between nurse and nursing. So nursing is the process to be the nurse, or nursing is the process of when you are nursing people in the hospital or care home. It can be support worker, it can be doctor, it can be anybody. But nurse can be a registered nurse, someone who is practicing as a nurse, qualified nurse. So we are all professional, let me use that word. Let me say thank you all for coming, and you will hear back from the team after today. See, this video is recorded, and I will share with you. For more information, you can visit our website all the time because we always update our programs from our website.
Okay. OFC. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to ask questions.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Bonnie, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this exciting program and enlightenment.
You're welcome. Can I say something to Bonnie? I'm not disagreeing with what your question, but one thing we are not comfortable for is third-party conversation. I will expect your wife to be the one asking this question herself. so that she can get qualitative direct conversation. Does it make sense?
Yes. Yes. Can she speak with you directly? Can she, because she's not available now, so that's why I am online.
I will say, I'm not saying you must force her, but I'm just saying if you
no. It's an agreement. It's just that she's not available to be on this Zoom. That's why I made myself available. But later on, she can communicate with you, right?
All right, that's fine. Yeah, she can always communicate with us. She can email us, call our number, and she can join the Zoom. But I'm just saying it because sometimes I'm very difficult person. It's not that I like women more than men. Me and you, we are the same. But I live in a planet or community that we respect women. We think they have more questions than us. Then we tend to just listen with one brain and say it's okay. But we may have I don't know if Catherine or Neka will agree with me.
What did you say, please? What did you say?
I said women have more questions than men will ask.
Yes, we are more thorough.
Definitely. They are more thorough, definitely.
Once they say yes, you know that thing is okay. They just, it's okay. But men can say, okay, I like it because I can afford it.
Yes, no, it's true. It's true. It's true. Well, thank you so much for this training, for this lecture. After going through the replay, again, further questions, I think we can direct to you, maybe on your DM, and ask yes, and your DM can or call you and for further explanations. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir.
Let me call you a day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.